Hello students, good morning. How are you? I hope you all must be good while being at home, enjoying your life, but at the same time enjoying your academics also, right? I am Rajesh Dadich, your mentor in English, and today we are going to start your chapter 19 from your grammar book, right? Grammar Way, chapter 19 of class 7th English grammar, right? And the topic is phrasal verbs. Okay, so let me explain what phrasal verbs are, right? Simply, suppose I say verbs. Suppose I say verbs. Verb or verbs, right? So what does it mean? Action words. What does it mean? Action words, right? So all action words are known as verbs, means main verbs. We mean to say main verbs. For example, come, go, look, call. Come, go, look, call, fall, get, make, break, put, pull, etc. Right? So you can see all these words are known as main verbs or action words. Come, go, look, call, fall, get, make, break, put, pull, etc., etc. Right? So these are known as action words, and in grammar they are known as main verbs. Right? They are verbs. But our topic is phrasal verbs. Right? At least they are also verbs. So what is phrasal verbs? So phrasal verbs is derived from, look here, verb plus preposition, that is known as phrasal verbs. Right? Verb plus preposition is equal to phrasal verb or phrasal verbs. Why phrase? Because two or more words make a group, and that group is known as a phrase. And if that so-called phrase begins with main verb, so that is known as phrasal verbs. For example, if I write these are main verbs, you can see single words are there, so they are known as main verbs, right? But if I say first is come, and if I add a preposition, dear students, prepositions you have already learnt, right? Come plus across. Come means to arrive, ana. But if I say come across, it changes its meaning. Root verb is same, but as we are going to add this preposition to this main verb, it just changes its meaning entirely, and its meaning becomes to meet someone or somebody by chance or unexpectedly, right? So whenever we meet someone or somebody by chance or unexpectedly, that is known as phrasal verbs, and that phrasal verb is come across, come by, come for, come in for, right? Come up, like this. One more, for example, if we say go, what is the meaning of go? Jana, to leave, right? But if we add go plus any preposition, so that is go plus off. Off is a preposition, so it changes its meaning, and that means to explode, to burst, to explode, right? Just like a bomb. Okay, so go off means to explode. Come across means to meet someone by chance. So dear students, these are known as phrasal verbs. Now I am going to give you some very important phrasal verbs for your knowledge and for your curriculum. So get ready for that. So students, have a look at some common and important main verbs, right? Break, call, fall, get, look, come, make, take, turn, set, carry, put, right? If we are using them in a single word, as a single word, right? He broke my pen. Whom are you calling? Oh, he fell down. He fell. Get, I have got an idea. Look, come here. So in this way, they are main verbs only. But now we are going to add some important prepositions to them. And look, magically they will change their meanings. How? Break out. Single break means torna, right? Break out, and its meaning is entirely different, and that is to start, unexpectedly. And dear students, breakout is generally used for wars, right? Epidemics, pandemic, right? We can say Corona broke out, COVID-19 broke out in the month of December 2019. We can say the First World War broke out in 1914, right? So to start unexpectedly, right? Break down, its meaning is different. To stop, to stop functioning, right? Means whenever anything, something is wrong with anything, any machinery or any mechanical thing. So if that so-called mechanical thing stops working, stops functioning, so we can use break down, right? My watch broke down just a few minutes back. Yes, I was going to Jaipur with my family by car, but all of a sudden my car broke down, means something was wrong with the car, that's why it stopped functioning. So that is break down. Break into, what is break into, right? To enter without permission. So you can see students, break into, to enter somewhere without permission. A thief broke into his room. You can see a thief broke into his room last night, but he could not steal anything because all woke up and he was caught, right? So break into. Call in, to call someone by phone, right? Suppose we want to call someone, and what to do? Then we can use a phone. We can make a call to that person. So in this way we can say call in. Oh, the house is on fire, so just go and call in the fire brigade. I think there must be robbery in that house, so just make a call to the police. So we can say instead, just call in the police, right? Call off. To cancel. Call off means to cancel something, right? Suppose last week we decided to go for a picnic, but all of a sudden that was cancelled. So what to say? The meeting is cancelled, picnic is cancelled. So what to say? The picnic has been called off, the meeting has been called off, right? to cancel or to postpone, right? So call up, right? To remember, to recall. To recall someone, right? Yes, I called up my lost mother last evening. I called up means I recalled, I missed. All of a sudden I was reminded of my deceased mother. So call up, call out means to call in a shouting way, to call in a shouting way, right? Means when the child was drowning, his mother called out for help. His mother called out someone for help because her child was drowning. So in this way, whenever we are calling someone by shouting, right, to seek help, so that is call out. I was on my way back home. All of a sudden, I found someone calling me out from behind, and I turned around to find who was calling me. So in this way, call out, fall into, to be in a company, or to dive or jump into, right? Fall into. Lord Rama fell into love, or we may say at first sight, or we may say these boys have fallen into bad company. That's why they could not continue with their studies, right? By chance he fell into the river, he fell into the well. So in this way, fall into is there, right? Means coincident or accidentally. Fall down, that is different. Fall down means to dismount or to fall down from or fall off, right? He fell down from the tree. He was trying to climb, and all of a sudden he lost his balance and he fell down from the tree. He fell down from the running bus and broke his leg. In this way, fall down, right? Fall through. Fall through means to fail, right? He could not prepare for his exams properly, therefore he failed. But if we have to use phrasal verb, then we can say therefore he fell through. One more, he fell through his examination because he could not prepare well, right? Fall through. Fall back, and that is to retreat. To retreat or to go back, right? Indian Army doesn't know. Indian Army doesn't know how to fall back. Indian Army always go in advance. Indian Army always advances. It doesn't know how to fall back. So that is to retreat. So students, some more examples for you. Get off. You can see this is not only get. This is get plus off preposition. So it becomes a phrasal verb, and its meaning is again to dismount, right? To come down. That is get off means he hurt his leg when he was getting off the bus, when he was trying to get off the running train. So in this way, dear students, if we use get down, it also means the same, and if we use get off, it also means the same. But only one difference is there. Whenever you are adding down preposition to any main verb, you have to use one more preposition, and that is from. So fully that phrasal verb is get down from, right? But when you are using off, that itself means down from. So get off means get down from, right? Get down, I have written it, right? So that is also same. Then get up, to rise. Suppose somebody was lying on the bed, lying on the cot, and I told him get up. That is, but generally students think that get up means wake up. That is incorrect. Wake up and get up, they both are different. When you are awakening someone, so that means wake up. Wake up means to rise from sleep. But when somebody is simply lying on the grass, on the ground, on the sofa, on the bed, we can say just get up, not wake up, right? Generally students say I get up early in the morning. This is incorrect. I wake up early in the morning is correct, right? Look after. Look after means to rear or to take care of, right? Our parents look us after. He was looked after by a nurse because he had lost his mother. So in this way, look after means a nurse took care of him, right students? Next is look at, to see in a direction. Whenever we want somebody to see in a specific, in a particular direction, what to say? Look at. Yes students, look at the board. Just copy it, what I have written on the board. So just look at the board. Look at me. Don't look at him. Don't look at her. Don't look at them. So in this way, to see in a direction, right? Look out. Look out means to be aware or watchful, right? Suppose some employees are sitting in a room and all of a sudden they have come to know that their boss is coming. So one of them said, look out, the boss is coming. Look out means be careful, be aware, be watchful, boss is coming. So in this way, look out is used, right? Look for. Look for means to search, to make a search or to search for something, right? He is looking for a job nowadays. He is jobless. So he is looking, he is searching for a job. So what to say? He is looking for a job. What happened? Why not writing? Excuse me sir, I have lost my pen. So I am looking for my lost pen. I am searching means look for, right? Look up, to find out. Look up means to find out. This is not in this way. Look up means upar dekho. No, look up. Look up means to find out. Means can you look up the meaning of this word in the dictionary? Can you look up? Means to try to find out the meaning of a word in the dictionary, right? So that is to find out. Come across. Come across means to run into, or we may say to meet someone by chance. Earlier I have already written it on the board, you can see it back, right? So come across, I met my friend all of a sudden in the market. So what to say? I came across my friend in the market all of a sudden. I ran into my friend all of a sudden, right? At the cinema hall. Come in. Come in means to arrive. Generally, come in we say, may I come in sir? Yes, come in. But that is not phrasal verb. That means come in the room. But here, come in is a phrasal verb and that means arrive. Means the train is about to come in. The train is about to come in. So don't get confused, sir. Train is coming in a room? No, that means the train is arriving at the platform. So that is come in, to arrive. Next is come out. To be declared. To be declared. What happened? Why have you made such a long face? Actually, I am waiting for the result. So, the result has not come out. Means the result has not been declared. We were told that at 4 o'clock it will be out, but it has not come out yet. So, come out means to be declared. So, dear students, some more examples of these phrasal verbs, right? Make out. Make out means to understand. Okay, students, and this is not possible to write all phrasal verbs here. So, for your facilitation only, I am writing randomly. I am writing some examples of phrasal verbs. Okay, so whatever I am writing, just copy them, just try to learn them, and rest of all we will discuss from your book. Right? Make off. To run away. Take in. To cheat or to deceive. Take off. To leave the ground or to remove. Right? Take after. To resemble. Turn up. To appear. Turn into. To convert into. Set out. To start. Set to. To start doing as a habit, and this is to start on a journey. So, don't get confused, they both look same, right? Carry on. To continue, right? And carry out. To obey. To execute. To follow. Okay, student. So, let us discuss. Make out. Obviously, can you make out what he is speaking? Oh no, I cannot make out because his pronunciation is different, right? Make off. The thieves made off seeing the police, right? As soon as the thieves saw the police, they made off, means they ran away. Turn in. Take in means cheat. You cannot take me in so easily. It is very easy to take in girls because they are sentimental, they are emotional. This is not negative phrase. This is their positive quality that they do have emotions, but we should not take advantage, right? So, take in. Yes, he took me in easily and that's why I got a loss. That is take off. Take off means to leave the ground, means this is just the opposite of to land. You might have enjoyed flight journey, air journey, right? So, in the plane, there is an announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, please tighten your belt, seat belt, because the plane is going to land. So, whenever the plane is going to land, right? But just the opposite, whenever the plane is ready to fly, in this way this is, right? So, this is take off. One meaning. The plane is about to take off. The flight is about to take off. You have got late because the flight has already taken off, right? But one more meaning is there, and that is to remove. To remove means to remove shoes, to remove dress to change, right? But generally students write put off because we say put on your shoes. But suppose I tell to remove the shoes, students write put off your shoes. That is incorrect. The opposite of put on is take off. Take off your shoes before entering the temple, before entering the church, right? So to remove. Take after, to resemble someone, means whenever the face is looking like that of somebody else. What to say? Generally girls take after their mother. Generally girls take after their mother means their face generally looks like that of their mother, right? So in this way, take after. He takes after his father. Okay? Turn up. I am waiting for my friend, but he has not turned up yet. Means he has not appeared. He has not come yet, right? Turn into means to convert into. The sage, the hermit was so angry that he cursed the little girl and she turned into a bird. She turned into a myna, right? Converted into. Set out. He set out on his voyage, means sea journey. To start on a journey, set out. Set to start doing as a habit, routine activity. For example, we can say Mother Teresa. Have you heard of Mother Teresa? So Mother Teresa set to her social work in the slums of Kolkata, but at the time it was known as Calcutta. So Mother Teresa set to her work in the slums of Calcutta, right? Carry on. Suppose I was doing my work, all of a sudden my boss turned up, so I just stood up and my boss said, no, don't bother, carry on what you are doing, carry on with your work, carry on, right? Carry out, to obey, to execute, to follow the orders of someone, right? We all employees are supposed to carry out the orders given to us by our boss, by our employer. So that is carry out. So dear students, one more as an example, put. So if we are using simply put, that is a root verb or main verb. But if we are adding some prepositions to this main verb, that entirely changes its meaning. So to put in is a phrasal verb. To speak in between means to interrupt someone whenever somebody is speaking, that is put in. Put out means to extinguish, right? Next is put on, to wear, put off, to postpone, right? So dear students, look, put in. I was just delivering my lecture and all of a sudden one of the reporters put in, means he spoke during my lecture, right? Put out, go and put out the fire, means to extinguish the fire. Put out. The fire brigade was called in to put out the fire in the market, right? Put on. Hurry up, put on your shoes. Hurry up, put on your shoes means to wear your shoes, but we say put on your shoes, we are getting late, right? Put off. I have already explained, but let me remind you once again, most of the students use this put off as the opposite of put on. This is incorrect, right? The opposite of put on means to take off, not put off, because the word put off, the phrasal verb put off means to postpone. Did not give his verdict means decision, so he put off the case, he put off the hearing means next date was given, right? We have planned our picnic, but because of some reasons we are going to put it off, that is okay. Students, now please open your book Exercise A, page number 115. Your grammar book, exercise A, page 115, chapter 19, phrasal verb. As you know, this is going on, right? So, some matchups have been given, means on the LHS, phrasal verbs have been given, left hand side. LHS means left hand side. To this side, phrasal verbs have been given, and opposite to them means to the RHS, their meanings have been given, and but in hodgepodge, and you have to match them up according to their right meaning, right? So, make out, I reminded of, make out, put by, look up, take after, turn up, break down, carry out, set about. So, randomly I have taken out make out. Do you know make out? Just turn over your pages, turn back your pages, and you will come to know what meaning I told you. Make out, letter C, it has already been given to understand, right? Next is look up. Can you look up the meaning of this word in the dictionary? So, to find out, letter C, to look up, that is to search, to find out, right? Some more, we can say carry out. Previously I told you to execute. The first answer, to execute. So, in this way, students, this exercise you have to solve, and rest will discuss in your live class, right? So, keep your work handy. I will just discuss all these sentences with you in the live class. So, I want most of my students to be complete with the text work, right? Next is exercise B on the same page, page 115, same page, exercise B is there. So, randomly I am going to take out one sentence, and that is sentence number 7. What is the sentence? He is too timid. Timid means coward. To stand for himself. Stand means main verb is already there. We have to add only a preposition, and two options have been given to you, right? Two options. You can see up and out. Stand up or stand out for himself. Students, if we add stand out, that means to look different from others, right? Stand out, but up is there, right? To stand up for himself means he is so coward, he is so weak that he needs somebody's help. To stand up for himself means by himself, all alone. Next is, please turn over the page, page number 116, exercise C, and the sentence is sentence number 4, Karuna, blank space, her ailing mother these days. So, what to write? You can see, looks after. Didn't I tell you? Look after means to take care of someone. So, we can say Karuna is taking care of her ailing mother. Ailing means sick, not well. Her mother is sick, not well, that's why she is taking care of her ailing mother, right, students? So, one more we can see, the funding to this college has been blank space. What to write with? Some options have been given on the previous page 115, in the box options have been given. So, according to the box, one of the options we are going to take and to make the sentence meaningful, and that is sentence number 5, the funding to this college has been cut off, to discontinue, right? Pay the bill of your electricity connection, otherwise the connection will be cut off, right, to remove. Now, crossword puzzle is there, so nothing to discuss, students, because this is very much interesting, and let me leave it up to you. So, you please try it yourself, and in the live class we are just going to enjoy this crossword puzzle. So, see you next time. Have a nice time, stay home, stay healthy, and till next time, thank you, have a nice day.